Hey Pat, it's Midnight Designer and we are back playing 7 days today. And in our last episode, we stood victorious against the Day 35 Horde, the base, the crab trap, I think we're calling it, but something in Latin, crabus trappus. We'll call it base crabus trappus. Was an utter success. We held off the Day 35 Horde and did not die, not even once. So you'll see it is now actually the morning of Day 37. I've spent the day just kind of doing inventory management. I picked, excuse me, I picked a round of crops and replanted. I did a mess of cooking. I have a second sniper rifle, so I thought it would be cool to just have a sniper rifle and some bullets up here just for, you know, if we come up here and let's say there's some spiders on. What's that? Zombert say something? I thought I heard Zombert. Like close. Nope. Okay. Anyway, I thought it'd be nice to have a sniper rifle and just a handful of ammunition here. I heard it again. Just to be able to take out the spider zombies if they show up and get stuck, or some others, whatever, you know. But spider zombies, obviously, it's important to take them out at a distance because they call in the other zombies if you get too close. And somewhere there's a bee, or a hornet rather, which is driving me crazy. Do you hear it? I kind of tweak the game audio so it's leveled, and so sometimes you lose the low sounds when it goes up to the tubes. But it is a compromise which I have made in order to, you know, not blow your ears out when the loud stuff happens. Although I probably still do that anyway. So we cooked up a bunch of food. I have some rabbit stew. I have some venison stew. I think I also have some veggie stew, which is probably still in the smeltery. We have some coffee and some tea. And we should probably take these down with us because that's where the brewing actually happens. We'll also take this stuff too. It's always awkward to have during the transition times. When you're moving stuff from one place to another, and this probably happens in real life as much as it happens in video games, but you're constantly finding stuff that you've forgotten to move and that you need to. So we made a bunch of food. In this episode, what we are going to do is I think that all the crates in the hub city will have respawned by now. Their loot will have respawned. So we're going to head back there, and we're heading back there not just to do some shopping, but also, oh, and I picked all the stuff. Picked stuff, not only to do some shopping, but also to do some looking around for, and I made a mess of water, clearly. Look around for, is there venison stew? Okay, I guess there wasn't. I didn't make any veggie stew. To look around at the different blocks, like floors and stuff, because we need to do this room. This has to get fixed. So what I want to do is head to the hub city, look at all the different floor and wall options in like the apartment building and some of the destroyed buildings, the information station, which for those of you who've been playing this game for a while, used to be a police station. I don't know why an information center has a jail. But whatever, they changed the name, kept the jail. You do the math. So we're going to head down to the hub city. So I am going to run down there. I think we have pretty much everything we need. I tried to inventory and manage off camera. I may grab a little more coffee on the way out the door. But I don't think there's going to be too much for us to see on the trip. So I will probably just cut away, and when I will come back as we are entering the wasteland. So why don't you hang tight, and I will be right back. And we're back. Took a little bit longer to get here than it usually would because I kind of went cross country rather than directly on the road, and made a bunch of stops because we are going to need decorating supplies, cotton and chrysanthemums to make the red wood, cotton to make the different carpets. So we do not have that going on at base. I think, can you farm flowers? No, I think you can farm cotton though, right? Yeah, you can farm cotton. You can't farm flowers yet, or chrysanthemums anyway. You can farm goldenrod to make the goldenrod tea. Natch, because we've been doing that for a while. So, but we are here on, how's our buff doing? Our buff about to, 2-1, about to go. Okay, so we're going to caffeinate, and then let's see here. Let's be systematic. And I can never, I know which ones are stores, but I can never remember which one's an apartment building. Maybe it's this one? Well, if it is, we'll see it right away, because that would be right here also. So I'm not sure what store this is. So I think there's a Barnes & Noble, or a Born Noble, sorry. But I can never keep track of which store is which. So, uh-oh, what is all that? Oh, entity. Zombies are happening somewhere. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll just head in. Drink a little drinky poo. Maybe we should arm ourselves. That would probably be smart. We'll arm with this. Hey, look at me. Reloading before combat instead of during. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right. So we're going to head in. Nice and slow. See, we should probably try to be discreet for as long as humanly possible. We should also put some blocks on the bar so that we can get in and get out of the various stores with a minimum amount. And we should also put, let's get bacon off the bar. Let's put axe on the bar in case we're going into any places where we have not been before. I hear the stirring. It's morning in the hub city, and the zombies are just waking up after a long night of running. And Pat, guess what? Guess what we're gonna do? Starting Monday, mark your calendar, or just remember, because today's Friday, and so it's not that far away. Starting Monday. Okay, so what is this? Whoa, Hornet! I'm making a special announcement. Hornet, why are you doing that? Come on down. Starting Monday, I am going to play 7 Days to Die with running zombies. Yes, the Zomberts will be running 24/7 all day, every day. Let's go here first. What do you think of that? Is that crazy? Could be. Will I die a lot? Probably. But starting Monday, 7 a.m. Eastern, the Monday video will be zombies always running. Okay, Born Noble. At this point, I don't care about books. I mean, don't get me wrong. Education is important. Reading is fundamental. But right now, nah. Right now, we don't need books as much as we need other things. Oh, but you know, we do need to go in there. Sorry. We do need to go in there because we need to look at the floor and stuff. Because part of why we're here, I gotta try to remember that. Part of why we're here in this episode is to check out the different floorings, right? So, fat man giveth fat. Cheerleader giveth cheer. I bet she did. All right. Wait. Who had? Where's the lady? Where's the lady? Where's she? Is she inside? Is she shopping? Am I hunted? I am. But where? From where? You're like close. Oh, there you are. You blended in with the environment, which is never something you want to say in real life. Okay, let's get in here. Okay, now, so this is an option, this tile floor. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of brick-like. I think this is, and if we look, I'm using the modified building pack, and all that does is it adds the all the blocks that are in the game, makes them craftable. So let's see here, tile floor 5. This one is the reddish one. That's this one here. Tile floor 3. We can't pick these up. Some blocks you can't pick up, but I think if we break this, it'll give us just destroyed stone. So this is an option. And then look with these, this drywall. I believe it's like cream or something. Drywall. Adobe white drywall, or maybe it's peach. I think it's Adobe. No, it's peach, or maybe cream. No, not cream for sure. It's peach drywall. And then there's 2 options. There should be 2 options. Peach. There's Adobe peach. And this is the actual wall. And then there is the baseboard, which is this block here. I won't point with a block. That's rude. See this block here with the, obviously, baseboard there. So that's an option. So this is kind of cool together, this combination. We'll have to see. We are not taking anything other than flawless, and we are scrapping everything else. Now, what did I do? There should be a chest in here, isn't there? Yeah. What did I do? What's all in here? See, this is all... I mean, no. Right? Who are we fooling? Let's just scrap all this. There's no scenario where I'm going to want it. You know? So let's just scrap it all. And I think by doing the take all thing, we're like making too much noise. So let's do this less noisy. And we're not really here to get a lot of stuff. This is more about finding design ideas. So I kind of like this look, but I think that we are going to be well served by... Why did I put it back? I put it back in the exact... I did it twice. I confused the crafting menu for the inventory of a storage thing. So we'll go through and look around at stuff, but we're mainly here looking for design ideas. So we will take that because you're flawless. And hunting rifle, great. Maybe. We'll stick it in the box. We won't scrap it straight away, but we'll stick it in the box. So, and I don't know what those are, what they're called. And I think if we try to take them... Oh, wait. Plate centered drywall. Okay. Am I able to do this? Plate. I don't know why I would. It's an no, plate. We can't actually make this. Interesting. So I've noticed that the recipe file is incomplete. The modded recipe XML is incomplete. It does not have everything. And I have tried over the course of playing to, in my own XML file, to add recipes that I see that are missing. So I think what I will do is I will link the XML file that I use in the description of this video. So if you want to check those out and try them, there'll be a link in the description and a brief explanation about how to install it. So obviously bear in mind I am not a mod guy, so I don't pretend to have any expertise in this area, but I'll try to give you some basic instructions on how to do it in the description. If you have any problems, let me know in the comments and I'll try to help you out, you know, as best I can. But my best is not going to be super great. Just spoiler alert on that, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's get down here. And it sounds like we got company. It's a good bet the Empire knows we're here. Man, we ran out of inventory space fast. I come into the hub city with like too much stuff. I come in with like full on like ready to build stuff with like shovel, like stuff we clearly don't need when we're just doing a loot run. Like shovel. Why did I bring a shovel? And every single like inventory slot matters when you're doing this. See, now we're down to like 2 usable inventory slots, but we will clear some of this stuff out when okay, well, keep this, and you. I've already got a couple of flawless shotgun stocks, so, and that sniper rifle. Okay, I'm not keeping you, and I will scrap you. So, okay, let me dump this stuff off here real quick, and come back, because I do think our sniper rifle is still one that kind of could use some love. So we do need to keep an eye out on fairly decent. Is that untied? Oh, okay, fairly decent sniper rifle stuff. But you for sure can go to scrappage. And I never use the sawed-off shotgun. Fine SMG parts, no thank you. And you, no thank you. And you, no have anything. All right, I think we hit everything here that's worth hitting. I guess we can hit the Kulas real quick and get GTFO. Because I do want to, let's head over to the Barnes & Noble just to see like what there is to see. Who is making noise out here? You're over here, whoever you are, you're over here. You're not very sneaky. See, I heard you with my hearing ears. All right, let's go over to the Barnes & Noble real quick. Not to get anything, but just kind of check out, because they have a different floor layout and stuff. So let's just hop right in. See, now this tile is a different kind of tile. Let me see if I can. This is, I think we've used this before. Yeah, it's this one. This is the one we have in the base. We've used this one before. Now this one was not, this carpet is not one that was originally in the mod pack. This is actually called Carpet 3 Drywall. And I guess because it's carpet on top and drywall on the bottom, but you can't harvest this because if you break it with your axe, like say like this, it'll just break into a wood frame. So there's this combination, and I think that this is the cream drywall. Oh, right. Now check this out. Okay, airdrop crate spawned. Let's see. Let's write that down. It is 285.3 and minus 347.4. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look on our map. Did you see where that was? I hope you saw it. I'll like emphasize it, but it's right here. Spawn supply crate. That is the build height limit, and it's falling. So what we're going to do is look at the map, and I believe what we need to do is go east. It's pretty far away. So the second number is first. So this is going to be negative 347. So we want south 347. 347. And then 285.3. So that's west 285.3. 285, and I hear a lot of nonsense out there. 285, 347. So it's going to be about here. So we will go check that at the end of this episode. Whoa, to see if that's right. And all the guys are here. Okay, so we've cleared out the Shotgun Messiah. We've cleared out and we've looked at both of those. So let's see. Now, there's a couple of different tile floors that are in these destroyed buildings. This is not one. Yeah, over here. This like brown and tan, which is kind of interesting. And it may actually look better in the base than, or in the cooking area than the more refined, because this kind of looks more industrial. And I'm not sure if I have this one. Let's see. I presume it's tile floor, industrial tile. Is that? It is so hard to tell. Maybe we don't have this one. Can we pick it up? Or is it going to drop destroyed stone? It's probably going to drop destroyed stone if my previous experience has been any indication. I wish you could hover over and see what block is what. Dang it. Well, after this, after I record this, I'll have to check like in a creative menu and see what this block is actually called. Because this may be one that we don't actually have. So it sounds like we've been discovered. So we should beat a hasty retreat. Hi. So you see me, huh? And I see you. Look at them parkour skills. What's up? All right, now in the, there's a different kind of tile also. But we're coming up on the apartment building, and I do want to check that out. Is this... ooh, gun safe. Hello. 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 Do you have any intact stairs anywhere? No? No, I think the other was the other one the tan one. So there's a tan one and there's a green one. I can't remember what we just looked at. If we just looked at, you know what we should do? We should not allow other people to just follow us up. Of course, that's not going to help us with the Hornet. Do you see him like trying to stick his butt in my face? All right, so let's... Oh, we've only got one way out of here. And right now it looks like it's less than one way. But, you know, it's a gun safe, so how do you not look? So there's this brown... There's the tan and whitish and the green and whitish. The green is kind of too sort of puke for my taste. So who knows? And I'm kind of leaning away from the carpeted, even though I spent all that time on the way here collecting cotton. But who knows? We may still yet do something carpeted. I mean, obviously someday we will. I mean, we're not Visigoths. Although I'm not entirely sure that Visigoths did not have... Whoa. I'm not entirely sure that Visigoths did not have carpet. They probably did. But, you know, because everyone... You gotta, like... You gotta, like, put down roots. Even Visigoths had the nesting instinct. Alright. So... Let us check out the apartment buildings. Now, the apartment buildings, as amazing as they are, the decor is pretty uniform. Whoa. Yes? I see you. Whoa, you and your partner. Okay, we'll go in another way. Maybe. Of course, it's one of those the devil you know things. There could be like 5 cops over here. Okay, so we're inside. So basically, the apartments have 2 different floor types. They have, well, if you don't count the wood, And this is kind of a weird choice. They need like a nicer looking wood that isn't the redwood. But, you know, whatever. I'm just a guy who plays the game. So there's this carpet here, which is that drywall carpet 3 thing that I showed you. The carpet drywall 3. Wait, are they already in here? Whoa. Okay. And then this tile. So there's really like very little. There's very little that there's very little difference. Like if we go up, I mean, even if we go all the way to the top to like the penthouse, it's the same flooring. It's just that the stuff is better. Like the loot, and there's a gun safe and an ammunition thing. So yeah. So we can go all the way up. This is it. Wait. Pickaxe. Okay. So if we go into this, which is the quote-unquote penthouse, as it quote-unquote were, unquote. And we go in, and we get past all the... You can see how it's kind of blocked up more. And that's a general rule in 7 Days to Die. The more something is blocked up, the better stuff is. Like, you can tell this is where the gun safe is because of how blocked up the door is. How many levels of... What do you call it? See, here's a guy, he like, it was his last stand. Great 44 Magnum parts. That may be actually something we need. I can't remember, like, what of my 44 Magnum is what. So, we're going to check this out real quick. And let's see. Ooh, man. Okay, I'm going to take you and you, and I'm going to drop you. I'll just drop you straight out. And do I want to mess with just like scrapping stuff real quick? What the heck? We got time. There's only a bunch of zombies trying to eat our brains. And these are, yeah, this is what happens. We're out of, you know what? I probably could have taken one of those and dropped the empty glass jar. Dang it. All right, well, what's over here? Not you, corpse. You ain't got nothing for me. Ammunition box. And then we're going to take the, excuse me. Ooh. Sniper stock. Flawless. Nice. Then we are going to take... Oh, I picked up... I was thinking there should be an inventory. There should be a block free. All right, so we're just going to take the elevator down because clearly the stairs have become unsafe. So let's just do that. And let's see, let's get on a balcony side. Okay, we're on a balcony side, so let's just go down. Are we down far enough yet? Let's see. Can we leave? What? You can't break open metal with T, Midnight. How? Do you even play video games? Okay, are we close enough? Yeah, we're close enough, turns out. Okay, so all those guys are in the apartment. Now, this is a wasted up police station. I refuse now to call it... And this is that other industrial floor. This is kind of interesting, actually. This is that tile that we couldn't sort. This looks kind of good. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like this. Look at that. Carpa! Carpa! This was that industrial tile. Okay, so that's going to be coal and cement. Or clay, balls, and cement. So I may go with this. And this looks kind of good with, what is this? Burning zombie? Brah, you in the wrong wasteland. Wonder how you make this. I wonder what it's called. Is it like a form of cement? Hold on, I gotta look up something. Cement. What? No. R. Click C. Okay, I guess it's not. Maybe it's like a concrete something. So, all right, let's see here. We've searched kind of these places. And let's hit the hardware store because I do want to see if... Oh, no, I just erased... I erased the coordinates for the thing. But I wrote them down, so it's cool. We'll go there next time. But I kind of explained how you find them. So hopefully that was helpful for those of you who are asking in the comments. And hopefully I explained it right. That's the other part of the hopefully thing. All right, so let's get in here. We should be safe. Clearly, the last time we were here, there were problems. Okay, so there's more stuff in here, isn't there? Pistol, SMG, pistol. Hose and shovels. Yeah, not interested in any of that. Really what we need is a chainsaw or a better, and we don't need any of these things, but I will take the frames. It is a, oh man. We'll leave it. Even though I keep leaving stuff, like thinking, well, I'll come back at some point with an empty inventory. And then when do I ever get to this point in the hub city? Ah, chainsaw, chainsaw. You belong to me. Chainsaw. We're doing the chainsaw song because we got a chainsaw for the game. Nice. Okay, Fat, you go. You lose. And, oh, I want frames. I want frames. And it's a stack of frames. I would, if it was less than a stack, I probably wouldn't bother. But it is a stack. And I've got blueberries growing. I planted blueberries this time around. So I do have blueberries growing. So I will take the frames. Okay. So, just so you know where my head's at. Let's see. It's a blue axe, not a purple axe. And a yellow shovel, not a blue shovel. So... And more frames. Oh, so many building supplies. Best hardware store ever. Metal doors and shovel or axe. A lot of wood. Giga-D. A lot of wood. Giga-D. All right. And I searched you. Any beer? Okay, so I can't I can't take away the frames because we're out. All right, so I'm gonna put the frames in here. Yeah, I think we can take some of these away now. All right. So I am going to, and we're well over 30 minutes, so I am going to end it here. And then we're just going to head back. At the beginning of the next episode, I will stop on the way back to the, and check out that supply crate, the supply crate coordinates. So we will do that. And then we will start building. So... if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to start a conversation, why don't you start one? Whoa, that was close. Why don't you start one? Where? In the comment section below. Ha-ha! Gotcha. Thanks for watching. And have a great day.